Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty here again. Time for another video. And yes, it's the Gift of Cassettes part 4. Now, for those of you who watched my video last week, I was given a case full of cassette tapes from my mate Dave. Now, when Dave dropped those off last week, he said he thinks he had another dozen. Turns out he had a few more than that. So in this plastic bag are the last lot of his tapes. Now, I haven't looked inside, so a bit like last week, it's going to be a bit of a blind. Yeah, put them there, that'll be easier. Bit of a blind. You find out as quickly as I find out what's inside. So let's further ado. I don't want to make this a long one. Let's start off. What we got here? We've got Formula 30. So this is a compilation of original recordings, original artists. So you've got on here Rolling Stones, Honky Tonk Women, Maggie May, by Rod Stewart. So you get pretty much like a rock, sort of like a standard rock compilation. Not bad all the same. Next up, you see this in the cheap bins and the records. Rick Wakeman, The Myths and Legends of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Ice Rink not included. A empty cassette tape box, which is always useful to have. Steve Hillage in a motivational radio. So I had Steve Hillage open last week. So very nice to find that. More Rick Wakeman, his criminal record. There we go. Turn that away from the glare. I never had that copy of that on vinyl, so it's nice to have. Next, Genesis, Selling England by the Pound. You used to have this cassette years ago. More Rick Wakeman. This is White Rock. Now, this was the music for the official Olympic film of the 1976 Innsbruck Winter Olympics. To those who remember, those from Birmingham will know that John Curry, the skater, won the gold medal for Britain in the men's ice figure skating. I think Franz Klammer won the downhill gold medal. Yes, Close to the Edge. There's not much you can really say about that. You've got red tape there. Barclay James Harvest, October On. Album I'm not totally familiar with at all, so likewise, look forward to playing that. Oh, Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. And it's the paper label as well, so this dates back to some time. More Genesis, Wind and Wuthering. The last album to feature Steve Hackett from 1977, I believe. Barclay James Harvest Live. Again, an album that I'm not familiar with. It's 2 LPs on one tape. Must be a double live album. So more, yes, Fragile. It's all pretty good stuff so far. More Rick Wakeman, No Earthly Connection. There's Rick Wakeman and the English Rock Ensemble. Genesis, Duke. Again, I used to have a lot of Genesis albums on tape. So this is almost like bringing back some memories for me. Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Genesis, and then there were three, and this is actually, I think it might be American tape because this is on the Atlantic label, and Genesis famously recorded on Charisma. Ultravox Vienna. Ooh. Pink Floyd, Obscured by Clouds. So that's come out 72. Barclay James Harvest, Gone to Earth. I think this is, yeah, this is the song that has, that they were accused of being Poor Man's Moody Blues. And they wrote a song called Poor Man's Moody Blues, which is on this album. Steve Hillage, Live Herald. Really nice prog stuff in here. Genesis, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. 2 LP. So the album that broke the camel's back for Peter Gabriel. Yes, more yes, Going for the One. This is the album where Rick Wakeman came back into the fold. Contains Wondrous Stories. Ooh, Pink Floyd, Relics. This is, and this is an EMI, low price edition. So yeah, interesting to have that. That's the album which had all the Syd Barrett era and the early David Gilmour. So really, it sort of features the first 3 albums really, and then the singles that were involved. Bebop Deluxe, the best of Bebop Deluxe. Now, you may have seen the video I did with James on them, so I'm really super pleased to find that. More Ultravox, and this is Systems of Romance. I think this is the last album that featured John Fox on the island. You got the Pink Island. Okay, and this is, and the music goes on. So this is a comp, and this has got to be a mid-80s comp. So you've got, it got to be 86, I think. So you've got Jan Hammer, Miami Vice theme, Bangles, Walk Like Egyptian, Spandau Ballet, Only When You Leave. You've got Paul Hardcastle, 19, Strangler's Always the Sun. Cars Drive, Godly and Cream, Cry, Love Kills. You've got You're a Friend of Mine, Clarence Clements and Jackson Browne. That'd be interesting. Comps are not always not a bad thing. Genesis, Trick of the Tail. This is the first album post Gabriel. Phil Collins sang on it. You have to look at that. You have to look at that sleeve a bit closely and realise it is the Trick of the Tail. Yes, Drama. Now this is the album that features Trevor Horn and Jeff Downs from Buggles. The absolute classic, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. I think he must have busted the tape because this is recorded on a blank tape, but you know, it's not as though I've never heard Dark Side of the Moon before. Steve Hillage again, Green. Ooh, Pink Floyd, A Nice Pair. So this is the if you don't aware this, it's basically a twofer that contains Piper at the Gates of Dawn and a Saucer for All the Secrets. I have got it on vinyl as well. Ultravox, Rage in Eden. Barclay James Harvest, and this is their Everyone Is Everyone Else. I haven't got that much Barclay James Harvest. I've got a few of their albums, but not really gone out my way to seek Barclay James Harvest. And more Barclay James Harvest, Early Morning Onwards, and this is something on EMI's Low Price series. So, not sure if it might be the second album, but it's got Mockingbird on it, which is probably their best known track. Yes, and Tales from a Topographic Oceans. Again, a double play album. And I've got more left. More Tangerine Dream. I had some Tangerine Dream in last week's haul. This is Ricochet. More Steve Hillage, and this is his album L. And what have I got left? I'm not almost done. Barclay James Harvest, the best of Barclay James Harvest on a Harvest Heritage. So pretty much their best of on EMI. Animals, Pink Floyd. I think this album is getting a big reissue coming up. This is very much where I feel Roger Waters really took over the band. The subsequent tour led to the incident at Montreal, the Olympic Stadium at Montreal, where he spat at the crowd, and which formed part of the inspiration for the war. Yes, Tomato. Whoop, and down it goes. Bit like a Jenga puzzle. Barclay James Harvest once again. And then we've got left. I think I've got 3 left. Barclay James Harvest, and this is the album 12. Yes, Relayer. And the final album, the final cassette, sorry, is Tangerine Dream Stratosphere. Thank you, Dave. I do appreciate your generosity. Not that he watches the video, but do appreciate his generosity in giving me. Far easy could have chucked them out. But yeah, some really cracking titles there. I'm looking forward to spending. I've already played some of the cassettes that he gave me last week. Some interesting listens. So log these and put them on. So thank you, VC. Thank you for the indulgence in watching. If you're tell me what you think. What's about that haul of tapes? I know Graham Cracking Vinyl has done a couple of videos of some tapes he picked up. I think he'd done this through Facebook or something like a local group. And he had some interesting titles in there, some really good titles there as well. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. The more subscribers, the better. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I love the interaction. Feel free to leave me a comment. I will get back to you. So VC, whatever you get up to, and it is Sunday afternoon. I'm just doing my Sunday lunch now. Whatever you get up to, make sure it's a good one. Keep spinning or keep doing the cassettes. I promise the next video will be showing vinyl. As I say, keep spinning. Look after yourselves. More important. I've lost the thread now. keep smiling. That's the important thing. Keep smiling. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.